We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Texans sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing Jones. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Now Jones. And he's going to have the hook up the shorts. And he's going to get this down near the 25. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 17. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Only a 3-yard loss there on the sack, but more importantly, it leads to a 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Slot man moves right. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On play action, they'll throw. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second and 10. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. They go up the middle with Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Texans scoop it. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. Going deep for Hopkins. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They run again on first down, Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. They run it again with Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Off play action. Jones. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Say it. Switch it. Come here, switch it.
Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Let's get this. Max 22. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Out. Kill.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On second down, they'll run it here. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
I don't think there's any other way to put it, but that was just simply deflating, because you know they came out ready to go at halftime, right? Everyone motivating each other, wanting to get out there and get going. And that turnover absolutely saps your momentum. Now you're just shouting encouragement to your defense, hoping they can pick you up and give you another chance.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there.
With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Von Miller, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out?
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Texans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds Hopkins complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference. Meet it head.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Second down, here's Chubb again.
They find some open field here. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 13. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down, but when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
Asante Samuel able to make the play defensively.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved, because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Check it back, check it back. Big gap. Check 24.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 44 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his third touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Texans are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Broncos on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Jones now. Off play action.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. and they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this one is right through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it, and do better this go-around.
Sometime
He's got a man, complete. 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Chubb fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
They'll try again. They'll fight for the end zone, but they will stop him again. Shy of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
That's the way to do your thing, man. Good job. Good job. Let's go now. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Nick Chubb punching it in from a yard away.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Jalen Waddle, 27 yards. And the Texans are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage.
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Jones Off the play fake. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other